World Bank extends closing date for its community and social development projects in Nigeria. Nigeria to ban foreign vessels operating without valid license by December 2020. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, injects additional $51.8 million into Bureau de change markets, and stocks rise as Trump's recovery calms markets. This is Business Express on the network service of the NTA, and we're reaching you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. I am Leah Katung Babatunde. The World Bank has approved the extension of its funding support to the implementation of the Community and Social Development Project CSDP in Nigeria. In a letter conveying the approval addressed to the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, the World Bank extended its financing of the project by 3 months. The federal government had on 22nd September written to the bank requesting for an extension of the closing date of the project. The government cited the need to strengthen the institutional framework for the implementation of the proposed Nigeria COVID-19 Action, Recovery and Economic Stimulus (NCAS) as part of the reasons for the request to extend the project closing date. The Federal Project Support Unit of CSDP has been designated as the focal agency for the preparation of the NCAS program. The CSDP became effective in 2009 and has assisted communities and vulnerable groups, including returnee IDPs. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has approved a new check standard that will introduce new digits on the magnetic ink character recognition code line and expiry dates for new checkbooks. This is from a recent mail to some banks in Nigeria and also to their customers, and in the mail the banks said that the approved new check standard will fully take effect from January 1, 2021. Recall that CBN had earlier emphasized its commitment to ensuring an enabling environment for efficient check processing and other paper-based payment instruments through complete application of new and already adopted technologies in one of its recently released reports. Similarly, the Central Bank of Nigeria has injected $51.8 million into the forex market through the BDC operators. This is after it resumed its foreign exchange sales to the Bureau de change operators as of Monday, September 7, 2020. The president of the Association of Bureau de change operators of Nigeria, APCON, Alhaji Aminu Gwedebi, said that each BDC operator had the naira equivalent of $10,000 put into their account on Monday. The black market price of the naira was $4.30 to a dollar. On that note, we see the exchange rate of the naira against other major currencies. The financial crisis brought about by COVID-19 is affecting the stability of micro, small and medium-scale enterprises. But while some businessmen and women lamented low patronage and downturn during the lockdown, it was a period of boom for others. Now, on our Surviving COVID-19 segment, Muplang Jakok visited a food vendor who says she misses the days of full lockdown.
Surviving COVID-19 series is brought to you in partnership with the Central Bank of Nigeria.
Moiret is a graduate who was unemployed for several months after NYSC, and then the COVID-19 pandemic struck and she had to make ends meet. She started looking for a business opportunity until she decided to start with her passion for cooking from the comfort of her kitchen.
I love to cook naturally, so my friends encouraged me to start cooking and they were patronizing me too. So it was because people couldn't go out to the markets and I saw opportunity to make good money and satisfy my friends and customers. So I started cooking because the lockdown was there. With time, I intend to grow and own a shop, do events, big events, and own a restaurant.
While the COVID-19 was fully in place, Moiret's business grew even beyond her expectation.
I made money, don't say big money like it's big like that, but yes, patronage was really, really very good. I cannot complain. It was really good. We made money during the lockdown.
Like many micro businesses, lack of funds constrains her ability to grow and expand. Although she applied and is yet to get the CBN COVID-19 fund, Moiret encourages young people to develop their ideas and skills and be ready to start small.
I am passionate about young people, especially now. With what you have, start where you are. If it is, at some point, I would clean people's houses and get paid. My friends that don't have time. Do what you don't need capital to start with. I take orders, people pay money, I go to the market, I buy with the money, I come cook, and then the profit is mine. If you wait, you will never get enough. Start with what you have. It doesn't matter how small it is, start there.
Surviving COVID-19 series is brought to you in partnership with the Central Bank of Nigeria.
Now to more refreshing news, and it is from the stock market, the Nigerian stock market, which is still holding grounds this Tuesday after investors gained almost 300 billion naira, with the market capitalization also hitting 14 trillion naira on the market just yesterday. Now, the all-share index gained as much as 2.11% to close Monday at 27,554.59 points, and market capitalization, of course, also rose. GlaxoSmithKline led 36 gainers as against 10 losers led by Triple G. The financial services industry led by Zenith Bank, Sterling Bank and UBA were the most active stocks to boost market turnover, while Zenith Bank and Guarantee Trust Bank topped market value lists. Performance across all sectors was also positive as all indices closed in the green. Now, indeed, Nigerian stocks have been in top form, pushing the all-share index above the 27,000 psychological points level just yesterday. The 2.11% rise is the highest in 3 months, and a deeper look at the numbers show market turnover improved as value and volume traded also increased by 72.66% and 31.38%. Market breadth was also positive. Now, what are the factors responsible for this impressive run, and is it a bubble? Aruna Kebra is a stockbroker and the chief dealer, Global View Capital Limited, and he joins us virtually from Lagos. Mr. Aruna, you're welcome to Business Express.
Good morning.
Thank you. Now, how has the virtual market space been for players like you?
Yeah, I think it has been quite a good experience, from the magnanimity of the Nigeria Stock Exchange. When it was necessary to close down the floor, we were given 3 channels. We have the VPN, we have the XNet, and the Fix. The XNet was in the office, so I was in my house with the Fix and the VPN. And I did not miss a trade. I was able to carry out all the trades. We have the market has gone online. All you just needed to do is even payment is online. By the time you pay, you send me mandate online, and I will execute. So everything was done seamlessly.
Okay, so we see a string of positive movements now at the Nigerian stock market that culminated in a solid start for the week. What are the forces behind these gains?
You know, to start with, we saw what happened during the lockdown, the pandemic. We saw stocks were hit, especially Zenith and Garati. Zenith came down as low as 10 naira 70 kobo. Even after pandemic, they were still struggling at 15 naira, 16 naira. And there came the reduction in savings rate and the reduction in interest rate by the MPC, which made investment in the money market a little bit cumbersome. And the market believed that there will be a movement of funds because we understand that the circular flow of income is either it come from money market to capital market or from capital market to money market. But when the opportunity of making it big in the money market wasn't there, there was this money movement from the money market to the capital market. And we also do understand that even when we say that the FPIs are not here, most of their dividends were hooked because they couldn't repatriate their money. And to place another just by email. So we believe that smart money is coming into the market from
I was going to
the
ask you, I was going to ask you
PFAs.
if the recent policy by the MPC is largely responsible for some of these positive movements we're seeing. Because yesterday the banking index recorded a striking 3.37% gain.
Yeah, it was responsible. You see, what I believe that the NPC did was they want as much as possible to jumpstart the real sector of the economy by making the cost of funds to be cheap. But you know, for any economic policy have a multiplier effect. That's what is having multiplier effect on the exchange. Because like I said, that making it big in the money market is no longer there. So where do you make money, especially when the prices were actually down? But Zenith Bank at 15 naira, Guarantee Bank as no less than 23 naira. So there was a movement of funds from the money market to the capital market. I think that is what we are seeing now.
So now, telecommunications giant Airtel and MTN also experienced some sort of buying pressure, as we observed yesterday. Could you let us in on some of these reasons why this movement to telecommunications?
You see, I think I saw in most of your presentation what happened during the lockdown. And why people were losing during the lockdown, the telecommunication companies were gaining. Because you and I know that we wanted to stay afloat, we want to want to know exactly what's happening. Like me that was trading from home, I needed data. So I have to subscribe data from my telecommunication company. People were on Netflix. They were buying data to do that. And they were calls, we want to check on your loved one. So it's like we were sitting down at home, and when you are idle, you make noise more. So a number of people get involved in this internet thing, and which it was all backed by telecommunication companies. So the market believed that they made more money during the lockdown than even what they were making for after the lockdown. And these two communication companies they were looking at, they pay interim and they pay good dividend, especially their year end. So that is why there is a buy pressure on them.
Okay, now, is it safe, is it correct if I would say that the markets have fought off coronavirus concerns, considering the fact that energy prices also, we've seen some advancement? What's really the correlation between both markets?
You see, what really happened was that there is a weak economic sectors, economic activity work either in favor or against a particular sector. Where we saw the oil, when the oil was down, maybe because of the pandemic, and we saw the effect on the market. Now that the oil is itching up and the rates are down, and don't forget also that we have oil companies that are listed on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, like the Double 11 PSA, which was former Mobil. We have Total, we have MROS, and we have Wando. And as the oil price is going up, it's going to affect their bottom line. And you know it is buy pressure that leads to increase in oil share index. So there is a correlation as people are taking interest in buying into those agricultural companies, those oil and gas companies. It comes back to affect the performance of the market.
So at this rate, do you see this run being sustained?
Yes, I think it's going to be sustained. One, because even if there's going to be a pullback anyway, but we cannot see Zenith again at 16 naira. There will be a market correction, which I believe that after the correction, the market will continue to go. As far as the rate in the money market is low, the bull run in the market will be sustained.
So at what
And
point should we expect this market correction? And also, how do you see stocks performing for the rest of the week?
now we look at it for the rest of the week. I think for this rest of this week, we are going to see the oil share looking up. Don't forget too that we are expecting quarter 3 results, and quarter 3 results from quarter 3 you can prorate what will happen at the end of the year, because if you are seeing 3/4, you can judge the direction of a particular stock. And once quarter 3 results start hitting the market, I don't think that we'll see the market going back to what it was by June, July. So it's going to be sustained.
Okay, so now across the globe now, within yesterday and today, we witnessed some sort of, I would like to call it the Donald Trump effect. As soon as he announced he was leaving and coronavirus was not a concern, we saw stocks just rising across markets all over the world. How would you describe the Donald Trump effect now on stocks?
I don't think that it was the Donald Trump effect that we have on our market. It could have affected their market, but not on our market. But what actually affected in our market is what I've just explained, the drop in NPR from by 100 basis points. To know what that can be in the money market. So people are looking for a new avenue to make more money. That's why they're coming to the market. So I won't correlate it to that of Donald Trump effect.
Okay, so now before I let you go, what are the stocks that seem to be gaining a public at the investor attention at this time?
You see, we have always advocated for stocks with good fundamentals. You see that there has been a run in Zenith and Guarantee. And you can see that the run has actually been on Zenith Guarantee, down with this cement, NTA. Then don't forget that we also have First Bank, we also have UBA, we have Access, we have Fidelity, we have FCMB. I'm believing that this week, the moment they drag Zenith and Guarantee to a particular level, the action will revert back to LBNH, revert back to Access, revert back to UBA, FCMB, and Fidelity.
Okay, thank you very much. I've been speaking with Mr. Aruna Kebira. Of course, he joined us virtually from Lagos. It was nice having this morning discussion with you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Now, Nigeria is set to establish the first multinational fishing company in Africa to be located in South Nigeria. An industrialist, Patrick Osobaze, who commends the federal government for the strides and its efforts at sustaining economic growth and development, says the program will provide foreign direct investment for the country and employment for the youths.
Forward to an incredible future for the Niger Delta, a revival of the fishing system. The fact that when they catch the fish, it's not just for the Niger Delta people. Depots will be built in all the 6 zones of the Federation, where today's fish will be found today. So you will catch fish in the Atlantic Ocean. It will be freighted up to various parts of the country overnight, and by the next day, you will have sea fish in your zone. Fish, again, is the highest protein giver. It's the most cost-effective way of getting protein. So for the national health and for food security, this 100 trawlers will go in no short way in changing the perspective of fishing in Nigeria.
Global stock markets have been reacting to President Donald Trump's health for days. This Tuesday, most markets opened slightly higher following Trump's return to the White House. Boss Abel has a summary of market activities.
On the global scene, investors continue to observe the health and return of President Donald Trump as markets fluctuates. In early trading, stocks in Asia Pacific were higher in Tuesday trade as the Reserve Bank of Australia (RBA) kept its currency policy settings on hold. Nikkei appreciated 0.52%, Hang Seng Index 0.82%, while the Shanghai Composite depreciated by 0.2%. European stocks edged higher Tuesday morning with global markets reacting to President Donald Trump's return to the White House on Monday to continue his coronavirus treatment. U.S. stock futures were little change and futures tied to the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 were roughly flat, while those on the Nasdaq retreated slightly. While in Africa, most stocks resumed early trade, mostly positive, while Ghana's GSE Composite opened low. Boss De Able, Business Express.
In another development, the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency (NIMASA) has said that foreign vessels operating in Nigerian waters without a valid license will be banned. This was disclosed by the agency in a statement where it says shipping companies that operate in Nigerian waters without a license have 3 months to comply with the new regulations. The agency informed international oil shipping companies operating in Nigeria's oil and gas sector that the ban will go into effect after 3 months, and the new law also applies to companies with expired licenses. The agency says vessels that lift Nigerian crude oil are mostly foreign-owned, and it is looking to raise revenues through shipping charges from registered shipping companies in a bid to diversify earnings away from oil. Gold prices drop as President Trump shows recovery. How are commodity prices this Tuesday? This is where we end this episode of the program. Don't forget, you can access these and all previous episodes on YouTube, and you can also communicate with us on Twitter. The handle is NTA News Now. Don't forget to use the hashtag #ItIsBizX. We value your feedback. Do join us again on Wednesday at 3 p.m. for another package. I am Leah Katun Babatunde saying, please stay safe out there.